Have you ever felt like the universe is trying to send you a message? Like there are signs all around you, guiding you towards your desires? Well, today, I want to share with you 5 signs that indicate the universe is trying to get your attention. So, let's dive right in. Let's take a closer look at the first sign that the universe is reaching out to you: synchronicities. Have you ever had those moments where everything just seems to fall into place effortlessly? It's like the universe is orchestrating a perfectly choreographed dance, and you find yourself in the right place at the right time. Perhaps you've experienced synchronicities in the form of meeting someone who shares your exact thoughts or desires. You strike up a conversation with a stranger, only to discover that you have uncannily similar interests or experiences. It's as if the universe brought you together for a reason, to remind you that you're not alone and that there are others out there who understand you. Or maybe you've come across a book or a quote that speaks directly to your soul, as if it was written just for you. You stumble upon these words at precisely the moment when you need them most, offering guidance, comfort, or inspiration. It's like the universe is sending you a message, guiding you along your path and encouraging you to keep moving forward. These moments of synchronicity are not mere coincidences. They are subtle signs from the universe, designed to catch your attention and guide you in the right direction. They serve as reminders that you are supported and loved by a higher power, and that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. But why does the universe communicate with us through synchronicities? One reason is that it's a way for the universe to affirm that you're on the right track. When you experience synchronicities, it's like the universe is giving you a pat on the back, letting you know that you're aligned with your true path and purpose. It's a validation that you're heading in the right direction and that you're exactly where you're meant to be. Synchronicities also serve as signposts or guideposts along your journey. They help to point you in the right direction and offer insight into your path and purpose. When you pay attention to these synchronicities, you can gain valuable insights into your life and your spiritual journey. They can help you to navigate life's twists and turns with greater clarity and confidence. But how do you know when you're experiencing a synchronicity? One clue is that you'll feel a sense of resonance or recognition when it happens. It's like a light bulb going off in your head, or a feeling of excitement, or all washing over you. These moments often feel significant or meaningful, as if the universe is trying to tell you something important. It's also important to pay attention to the context in which synchronicities occur. Is there a particular theme or pattern that emerges? Do you notice certain symbols or messages repeating themselves? These clues can offer valuable insight into the meaning behind the synchronicity and what the universe is trying to communicate to you. Neville teaches us that synchronicities are a manifestation of our inner thoughts and beliefs. When we are in alignment with our desires, the universe responds by sending us these meaningful coincidences as a confirmation of our vibrational stance. Let's take a deeper look at the second sign that the universe is reaching out to you: repeated patterns or themes. Have you ever found yourself noticing the same symbols, numbers, or themes cropping up in your life time and time again? It's like déjà vu, but instead of feeling like you've experienced something before, you're seeing the same patterns or themes repeat themselves in various aspects of your life. These repeated patterns or themes are not mere coincidences. They are subtle messages from the universe, nudging you to pay attention and take notice of certain aspects of your reality. Whether it's seeing the same number sequence pop up everywhere you go, or encountering the same symbol in different contexts, these occurrences are not random. They are a form of cosmic communication, designed to guide you on your journey and offer insight into your path. So why does the universe communicate with us through repeated patterns or themes? One reason is that it's a way for the universe to get our attention and send us important messages. When we see the same symbols or themes recurring in our lives, it's like the universe is tapping us on the shoulder and saying, "Hey, pay attention to this." These patterns often carry symbolic meaning or significance, and by paying attention to them, we can gain valuable insights into our lives and our spiritual path. Another reason for these repeated patterns is that they serve as signposts or guideposts along our journey. They help to steer us in the right direction and remind us of our true purpose and potential. When we encounter the same symbols or themes over and over again, it's like the universe is saying, "This way. Pay attention to this aspect of your life." These patterns can help us to navigate life's twists and turns with greater clarity and insight. But how do you know when you're experiencing a repeated pattern or theme? One clue is that you'll start to notice the same symbols, numbers, or themes showing up in different areas of your life. For example, you might see the same number sequence on license plates, street signs, and receipts, or you might encounter the same symbol in your dreams, in nature, and in art. These patterns often have a sense of familiarity or resonance, as if they're trying to tell you something important. It's also important to pay attention to how these repeated patterns make you feel. Do they evoke a sense of curiosity, wonder, or intrigue? Or do they stir up feelings of discomfort, confusion, or fear? Your emotional response to these patterns can offer valuable clues about their significance and meaning. Trust your intuition and inner guidance to help you decipher the messages that the universe is sending you. So what do you do when you start noticing repeated patterns or themes in your life? The first step is to acknowledge them and pay attention to what they might be trying to tell you. Take some time to reflect on the symbols, numbers, or themes that are showing up for you, and consider what they might mean in the context of your life and your spiritual journey. You can also try journaling about your experiences with these repeated patterns, recording any insights or observations that come to you. Writing can be a powerful tool for processing your thoughts and feelings and gaining clarity about the messages that the universe is sending you. Neville Goddard teaches us that these recurring patterns in our lives are not mere coincidences. Instead, they are like signposts pointing us toward our inner world. They serve as reminders of the thoughts and beliefs that dominate our minds, shaping our reality day by day. Think of it like this: if you keep seeing the same numbers or symbols over and over again, it's not just random chance. It's the universe trying to get your attention, urging you to take a closer look at what's going on inside your mind. For example, let's say you keep seeing the number 111 everywhere you go. At first, you might brush it off as a coincidence. But as it continues to appear, you start to wonder if there's a deeper meaning behind it. According to Neville, there is. He teaches us that these patterns are a reflection of our dominant thoughts and beliefs. They are like breadcrumbs leading us back to our inner world, showing us where our focus lies. So, if you keep seeing the number 111, it could be a sign that you're on the right track. It might be a confirmation that your thoughts are aligned with your desires, and that you're moving closer to manifesting your dreams. On the other hand, if you keep encountering negative patterns or themes in your life, it's a sign that something needs to change. These patterns are like warning signs, telling you that your current thoughts and beliefs are not serving you. For example, let's say you keep attracting toxic relationships into your life. Instead of blaming external circumstances or other people, Neville would encourage you to look inward. What thoughts or beliefs are you holding on to that might be attracting these experiences? By reflecting on your inner world and making necessary adjustments, you can begin to shift your reality in a more positive direction. This might involve practicing affirmations, visualization, or simply changing the way you think about certain situations. Let's take a closer look at the third sign that the universe is reaching out to you: gut feelings or intuitive nudges. Have you ever experienced those moments when you just had a gut feeling, an inner knowing that seemed to come out of nowhere, yet felt undeniably real? It's like a whisper from your soul, urging you to pay attention and take notice. These intuitive nudges often manifest as a deep sense of knowing or a strong inner conviction about a certain course of action or decision. It's as if your intuition is speaking directly to you, guiding you toward what is right and true for you, even when your logical mind may not fully comprehend it. Think back to those times when you've had a gut feeling or intuitive nudge about something in your life. Maybe it was a feeling of certainty that a particular job opportunity was the right fit for you, or perhaps it was a subtle sense of unease about entering into a certain relationship. Whatever the case, these intuitive nudges are powerful messages from your higher self, infused with the wisdom of the universe. The beauty of gut feelings and intuitive nudges is that they bypass the limitations of the rational mind and tap into a deeper, more intuitive knowing. They arise from a place of inner wisdom, where logic and reasoning take a back seat to intuition and instinct. When you listen to these inner whispers and follow their guidance, you are aligning yourself with the flow of the universe and opening yourself up to greater possibilities. But how do you know when it's your intuition speaking to you, and not just fear or wishful thinking? One way to distinguish between intuition and other emotions is by paying attention to the quality of the feeling. Intuitive nudges often come with a sense of calmness, clarity, and inner peace, whereas fear-based emotions may feel tense, anxious, or frantic. Another clue that you're experiencing an intuitive nudge is when the guidance you receive feels aligned with your highest good and true desires. Intuition has a way of cutting through the noise and confusion of everyday life and pointing you toward what truly matters to you on a soul level. It's like a compass guiding you toward your North Star, guiding you toward your most authentic path. It's important to cultivate a sense of trust and receptivity to your intuition, even when it seems to defy logic or reason. Your intuition is like a wise and loving friend, always there to offer guidance and support when you need it most. By learning to trust your intuition and follow its guidance, you can navigate life's challenges with greater ease and grace. So how can you strengthen your connection to your intuition and learn to trust it more fully? One powerful way is through practices like meditation, mindfulness, and self-reflection. These practices help quiet the mind and create space for intuition to speak. By tuning into the stillness within, you can access the wisdom of your higher self and receive clear guidance from the universe. Another helpful practice is to pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that show up in your life. These are often messages from the universe, guiding you along your path and confirming that you're on the right track. Whether it's a chance encounter with someone who offers sage advice or a series of serendipitous events that lead you toward your goals, these signs are like breadcrumbs leading you toward your destiny. Neville Goddard encourages us to rely on our intuition as a mighty compass for steering through life's twists and turns. Our intuition, that gut feeling deep inside, is like a built-in GPS system guiding us along the right path. When we tune in and listen to this inner voice, we unlock the door to receiving profound insights and direction from the universe itself. Think of your intuition as a silent whisper from the universe, gently nudging you in the direction of your true destiny. It's that little voice inside your head that knows what's best for you, even when your logical mind might be clouded by doubt or uncertainty. For example, have you ever had a feeling deep in your gut that something was about to happen, and then it did? Maybe you had a hunch to take a different route home, only to find out later that there was a major traffic jam on your usual route. Or perhaps you had a strong sense to trust someone, even when everyone else doubted them, and it turned out they were exactly who they said they were. These are all examples of your intuition at work, guiding you along the path of least resistance. When we learn to trust our intuition, we open ourselves up to a world of endless possibilities and opportunities. We begin to see that the universe is constantly communicating with us, offering us guidance and support every step of the way. But how do we tune into our intuition, you might ask? It's simple. We just have to quiet the noise of our busy minds and listen. This can be done through practices like meditation, mindfulness, or simply taking a few moments to be still and present. When we take the time to tune into our intuition, we create space for divine wisdom to flow into our lives. We become more attuned to the signs and signals that the universe is sending us, and we start to see that everything is happening for a reason. Let's dive deeper into the fourth sign that the universe is reaching out to you: dreams and visions. Have you ever experienced those nights where your dreams feel incredibly vivid and profound, almost as if they're trying to tell you something important? These nocturnal messages are not just random occurrences. They are a powerful form of communication between you and the universe, offering insights, guidance, and revelations that can help you navigate your waking life. Think back to those moments when you've woken up with a sense of clarity or understanding about a situation or decision in your life. Perhaps you've had dreams that seem to offer symbolic representations of your deepest desires, fears, or aspirations. These dreams can act as a direct line of communication between your conscious mind and the vast intelligence of the universe, revealing hidden truths and potentials that may not be apparent in your everyday life. Similarly, visions that come to you during meditation or moments of deep introspection can also provide valuable insights and guidance from the universe. These visions may appear as vivid images, symbols, or sensations that carry profound meaning and significance for your journey. They can offer glimpses into possible futures, insights into your deepest desires and fears, or messages from your higher self or spiritual guides. Pay attention to the themes, symbols, and emotions that arise in your dreams and visions, as they often hold valuable clues about your path and purpose in life. Reflect on the messages they convey and consider how they might relate to your current circumstances or challenges. Trust your intuition to guide you in deciphering the meaning behind these experiences, as it often holds the key to unlocking their wisdom. Keep a dream journal or a record of your visions to help you track patterns and recurring themes over time. By documenting your nocturnal messages, you can gain deeper insights into your subconscious mind and the workings of the universe. Look for connections between your dreams and waking life experiences, as they often mirror each other in profound and meaningful ways. Neville Goddard teaches us that our dreams are like a secret passage into our subconscious mind. This is where all our hidden desires and fears hide, waiting to be discovered. When we take the time to listen to our dreams and visions, we get a sneak peek into what's really going on inside us, and where our life might be headed. Think of your subconscious mind as a treasure chest, full of all your hopes, dreams, and worries. It's like a hidden library, holding all the stories of your life past, present, and future. And your dreams are like the keys that unlock this treasure chest, revealing the secrets within. When we pay attention to our dreams and visions, we open the door to a whole new world of understanding. We start to see patterns and connections that we might not have noticed before. We uncover hidden desires that we didn't even know we had, and we confront fears that we've been avoiding. For example, have you ever had a dream about flying? This could be a sign that you're feeling free and liberated in your waking life, or it could be a symbol of your desire to break free from something that's been holding you back. On the other hand, have you ever had a dream about falling? This might be a sign that you're feeling insecure or uncertain about something in your life, or it could be a warning to pay attention to your surroundings and avoid potential dangers. By paying attention to our dreams and visions, we gain valuable insights into our inner world. We start to see the things that are holding us back, and the things that are propelling us forward. We uncover hidden desires that we didn't even know we had, and we confront fears that we've been avoiding. Now, let's take a closer look at the fifth sign that the universe is trying to communicate with you: divine timing. Have you ever had those moments where everything just seems to line up perfectly, like the pieces of a puzzle falling into place effortlessly? It's as if the universe is working its magic behind the scenes to bring your desires to fruition exactly when they're meant to happen. Think about those times when you've set your intentions and worked towards your goals, only to find that things unfold in the most unexpected and perfect ways. You might have experienced a series of events that seem too coincidental to be mere chance. These are the moments of divine timing, orchestrated by the universe to deliver your desires at precisely the right moment. Imagine you've been dreaming of a particular opportunity or outcome, and suddenly, out of nowhere, the perfect opportunity presents itself. It's like the universe has been listening to your desires and has aligned all the necessary elements to make it happen in the most seamless and effortless way possible. These moments of divine timing are a reminder that there's a higher intelligence at work in the universe, guiding and supporting you on your journey. They show us that there's a greater plan unfolding beyond our comprehension, and that everything is happening in perfect order, even if it may not always seem that way at first. When we recognize and appreciate these moments of divine timing, we're acknowledging the presence of something greater than ourselves at play in our lives. We're opening ourselves up to the possibility that there's a divine orchestration happening behind the scenes, guiding us towards our highest good and greatest fulfillment. Neville Goddard's teachings emphasize the importance of trusting in divine timing and going with the flow of life. He encourages us to let go of our tight grip on specific outcomes and instead, surrender to the natural rhythm and unfolding of the universe. When we release our attachment to how things should be and open ourselves up to the infinite possibilities that exist, miracles have the space to manifest in our reality. Trusting in divine timing means having faith that everything is happening exactly as it should, even if it doesn't align with our personal timeline or expectations. It's about acknowledging that there's a greater intelligence at work in the universe, orchestrating events in perfect harmony to support our highest good and evolution. When we try to force outcomes or manipulate circumstances to fit our desires, we often create resistance and block the flow of energy. This can lead to frustration, stress, and ultimately, disappointment when things don't unfold as we had hoped. However, when we surrender to the flow of life and trust that everything is unfolding in divine order, we allow space for miracles to occur. Surrendering doesn't mean giving up or being passive. Instead, it's about letting go of the need to control every aspect of our lives and instead, trusting that the universe has our back. It's about releasing the burden of trying to micromanage every detail and instead, surrendering to the wisdom of the universe to guide us along our path. By surrendering to the flow of life, we open ourselves up to receiving the blessings and opportunities that are meant for us. We become more receptive to the signs, synchronicities, and guidance that the universe is constantly offering us. We learn to trust our intuition and follow our inner guidance, knowing that it will lead us exactly where we need to be. When we surrender to the flow of life, we also release the need for struggle and resistance. Instead of pushing against the current, we learn to flow with it, allowing life to unfold with ease and grace. We let go of the need to constantly strive and instead, allow ourselves to be carried by the current of divine love and support. So, if you've noticed any of these signs in your life, take heed. The universe is speaking to you, guiding you towards your desires. Trust in the process, and know that everything is unfolding in divine order. You are the operant power in your reality, and the universe is always working in your favor. Keep your heart open, stay aligned with your desires, and watch as the magic of manifestation unfolds before your eyes. Oh, I want to think and reflect on what I am going to say just now. If you are a creator, don't you need any inspiration to create? Have you ever come across passionate painters who look for inspiration for their next painting in nature inside themselves? And basically everywhere? Have you noticed how an author is also a keen observer of people and the world around him? This keen observation helps him find inspiration for his new piece of writing. Similarly, you too are a creator, and you are in charge of creating your own perfect life the way you want. But what would that life look like? Sure, you can say that I want this amount of money, this type of physique, and so on. But you have to go much deeper than that. For every desire you have to know how it makes you feel. And how would you know that? By observing the world around you, by observing people around you, and by opening yourself to new experiences whenever possible. So, for the sake of becoming a better manifester, go out of your routine for a few days. If you wake up at 8 a.m., trying waking up at 7 for no reason at all. If you brush your teeth with your right hand, try brushing them with your left. Take small actions that might look insignificant to anyone, but they will be akin to disrupting your routine. That's what you need: disruption. Some disruption in your current lifestyle is needed to make you think and feel a different way. Or if you can just go out of your city or your country for a few days, seeing new people and places. Talk to new people who are not part of your everyday life, and try to understand life from their perspective. This is crucial for storing your imagination. Sitting on your couch all day and watching new videos on YouTube is not going to change the way you perceive things. You have to find inspiration. As a creator. For inspiration, you need to become a better observer. That is why Neville Goddard greatly emphasized spending some time in silence. When you sit in silence by yourself, you get some time to break free from your incessant thoughts. Your mind is always commenting on one thing or the other. It has an opinion about everything, whether it's you who are doing something or some other person. This happens when your mind is on autopilot mode. The worst part about keeping your mind on autopilot mode is that it is going to keep you stuck to the emotions of your past. Because by staying connected to the emotions of your past, you think of the same events again and again. Thinking about the same things over and over again is only going to strengthen the same neural connections in your brain. As those neural circuits harden, they become a permanent part of your personality. This is why so many people try changing their reality and applying the law to their desires. But just because their mind is on autopilot mode, no matter how hard they try, they cannot get out of the same fault loops. Sitting in silence or meditating might seem like the most boring and useless thing to do. And to be really honest, if your mind is used to incessant thinking, sitting in silence might be a painful experience for you in the beginning. The moment you will sit down, close your eyes, and will try to concentrate, thousands of thoughts will come rushing in. Most of them will be related to your past and will make you react in some way. A lot of people start meditating and they say that their mind seems to be getting worse. but those who stick through the excruciating first 2 weeks are likely to stick to it for the rest of their lives. So till now I have to giving you 2 valuable pieces of advice. And if you use both of them, you will definitely see a huge change in your manifestation capabilities. The first one is to find inspiration by opening yourself to new life experiences. And the second is to sit in silence every day, no matter how difficult it might seem. Now, in the last part of the video, I am going to give you a few easy steps to manifest anything you want. And you will see how what we have learned till now will help you on your path of reality creation. Once you would have opened up yourself to new experiences and would have become a keen observer, it would be far easier for you to create a desired experience in your mind. This means visualizing yourself in a future where you are living the kind of life you want. It is highly recommended that you use visualization right before you go to sleep. This is what Neville Goddard called SATs, and we have discussed this concept in a lot of detail on this channel a couple of times, since is the simple technique of visualizing your desired future a couple of times when you are in a very drowsy state just before entering sleep. The fun part of this drowsy state is that your conscious mind is silent at this time, so there are just no thoughts. When there are no opposing thoughts, whatever you visualize will find a path to your subconscious mind with ease. It is important that you practice sets every night before sleep until you become convinced that what you desire is bound to come to your physical reality. Neville called this the naturalness of your desire. The more you practice sets, the more natural your desire will feel to you. Once you are a few days into sets, you can then incorporate the revision technique before bed. The purpose of this technique is to just rewrite any unpleasant past experiences in your mind. Let's say you have an accident as a kid that left you with an injury. So through revision, you will try to create a new memory of your past where there was no accident and no injury. Essentially, you were trying to overwrite the negative experience of your past through the power of your imagination. While SATs helps you design your future, revision helps you get rid of the negative experiences of your past. Using both of these techniques simultaneously is thus a shot recipe for success. Once you start using them both, you don't need anything else to bring your desire to fruition other than just trying to stay positive most of the time. Our lives, fortunes, and happiness are in our own hands to mold as we will, provided we first obey the law and learn how to make conscious use of it. With all thy getting get understanding, an old adage, but today is true as ever. It has been the teaching of all times that man reproduces the divine nature, and if he does, we shall expect to find in his nature the same qualities that we suppose must be in the nature of life itself. A study of the psychological nature of man verifies the belief in the Trinity running through all life. Man is self-conscious, of this we are sure, for he can say I am. This fact alone proves his claim to immortality and greatness. In psychology we learn that man is threefold in his nature, that is, he has a self-conscious mind, a subconscious mind, and a body. In metaphysics we learn that the three are but different attributes of the same life. Man's self-conscious mind is the power with which he knows. It is therefore one with the Spirit of God. It is, indeed, his only guarantee of conscious being. It is from this self-knowing mind that man is able to realize his relationship with the whole, for without it, he would be unhuman and most certainly not divine, but since he has it, he must be divine. It is the self-knowing mind alone that constitutes reality, personality, and individuality. It is the image of God, the essence of sonship, and the personification of the infinite. We recognize, then, in man's self-knowing mind his unity with the whole. For while a drop of water is not the ocean, yet it does contain within itself all the attributes of the limitless deep. Man's self-knowing mind is the instrument which perceives reality and cognizes or realizes truth. All illumination, inspiration, and realization must come through the self-knowing mind in order to manifest in man. Vision, intuition, and revelation proclaim themselves through man's self-knowing mind. And the saints and sages, the saviors and Christs, the prophets and seers, the wise and learned, have all consciously perceived and proclaimed this fact. Every evidence of human experience, all acts of kindness and mercy, have interpreted themselves through man's self-knowing mind. All that we know, say or think, feel or believe, hope or long for, fear or doubt, is some action of the self-knowing mind. subjective memories we have, and inner, unexpressed emotions we feel. But to the self-knowing mind alone does realization come. Without this capacity to consciously know, man would not exist as an express being, and so far as we are concerned, would not exist at all. The self-knowing mind of man proclaims itself in every thought, deed, or act, and is truly the only guarantee of his individuality. In the subjective mind of man we find a law obeying his word, the servant of his spirit. Suggestion has proved that the subconscious mind acts upon our thought without question or doubt. It is the mental law of our being and the creative factor within us. It is unnecessary, at this point, to go into all the details of the subjective mind and its mode of action. It is enough to say that within us is a mental law, working out the will and purposes of our conscious thoughts. Our ability to access and utilize the greater subjective mind, which serves as the foundation for all law and action, and is the servant of the eternal spirit, is a distinctly personal endeavor. Despite the magnitude of this concept, it is true that human beings possess within their subjective minds a seemingly boundless power. This is due to the fact that, subjectively, we are united with the entirety of existence. When our thoughts are absorbed by our subjective mind, they meld with the universal subjective mind and manifest as the law of our lives, in accordance with the one great law of all life.